What is up everybody, welcome back to another video on 100 Days of Code and the Instagram clone. We're part 6, oh god, I think it's actually part 7, isn't it? Yeah, we're on part 7 of 100 Days of Code, and in this episode we're going to be getting the profile section sorted out. So at the minute we've just got the ability to take photos, and obviously display the photos. Now we're going to be going to a profile page and just displaying a grid of our own photos. So let's start off we need to start off in the actual node surface. So under user, we need to open up our controller and we need to create a new method in here. So under here we're going to say get details or get profile. And this is going to be equal to res, and it's going to be equal to a standard arrow function. And there we go. So now we need to actually say let user ID, and we're going to set that equal to jwt.decode, because this is going to be our, we're going to get our ID from our JWT we pass back. And it's going to say jwt decode, and then we're going to say it is rec.body. Auth token is what we'll send back, and then we'll say .id because that'll get us our ID. And then once we've done that, we then are going to be needing to import our post model. So the model we use, so we need to go back one directory and then go into posts and then get that model, because we're going to need to get our users posts from in here. We want to say, what do we want to say? We want to say post, not post model. We want to say model dot find by ID, and then we want to pass through the user ID, and then just say dot then to catch the promise. Let's break this down. Dot then, and we get the user back, and we'll say if user but not user, then rest.send wait, what am I doing? Rest.send success false, and the message will be user not found. Good. Now after that we'll say, so we've got our user, so we now want to get our post from our user, so we want to say post model dot find, and we're gonna find it by our user ID, and we're gonna set that equal to our user ID. So if anything match our user ID, then we pass that back. We're then gonna go back in with another arrow function. Oh, actually, you know, no, we're not. We're going to use the promise again. Sorry. So we're gonna do a dot then. We're just gonna have the posts. And we're basically just going to now return this back to the server because we've got both the things we want. So we want to say rest.send, and then we want to have a success message which says true. And this is all used for data handling. At the end of the video, after we've started it up in that, I might do a bonus video where we actually go through and handle all the errors that can occur. Success true, and then the posts, or the details, will be passed through as another object. So let's actually break this down because it's going to look really messy. Let's get that on its own line, that on its own line, that goes on its own line, and this will be in here. So in here we're going to have display name because we want to pass back the name the user has. So the name will be the user.forename plus, and then a space, plus user.surname. We then want to say posts, and we're going to set that equal to posts, and that should be it for now because we'll not do again, we're going to do more styling later on, so we might bring more details through, but for now this is all we need. So we've got that's good. I think that's correct now. I think that's all we needed, but let me just go back over it. So we've got a success message back, we got the details, which is the username, and the posts. That seems correct. Let's continue on. So now we need to go into our index.js, and let's close off that. And we need to create this new route. And in here we'll say get profile. And this will say get profile. There we go. So now we're going to get our profile, and that route is now set up. Okay, so where are we? So we've got that. That's all successful. Let's move to our client now. So we've got that. That route should now be working fine. We should be able to see that once we set up. Let's go into our views and create a new file, and this is going to be called profile.view. Now in here we're going to scaffold. Not scrollable. Scaffold our stuff. Again, this is Future plugin. It's really useful. You should definitely get it if you haven't already. I would have explained this in my first video. Let's so now we've got the template. We need to set it up. So we want a main with a view and the profile there. We then want to say after main, we want, what do we want after the main? We want a section that's going to be called profile head, because this is going to be our header, and this is literally just going to display our name. We'll style this up later once we've done it. We're then going to say another section called posts, and this will just have our posts in it. We now want a div called post, and in here we'll have an image. Let's go up here and let's add a v4 in this, and we'll say post in posts, and then the ID will be equal to post.id. Oh, sorry, not the ID, the key, because everything needs a key. And we've got our image, and now we need to bind our source to post.image, and we could bind this to post.description, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to add a class of post image for this. So hopefully that is good. Nice. Let's split this up so it's more readable and you can see what you need to write if you're following along. There we go. So now that's the sections we need to get sorted. And now in here, let's just add a name equal to profile, and let's give it a insert. We want to give it some data, which is going to return an object, and in this object we're going to have the display name, which will just be equal to an empty string for now, and the posts, which will be equal to an empty array for now. Let's save that quickly, and let's go into our router.view, and in here let's go up here and let's import the new view. We'll say import profile from, and we'll just give this a component slash profile dot view. Great, that's now should be good. Yep, looks good. Let's go down and add that path in. So under new post, let's go in here and we'll say path, and we're going to say profile. Yep, that'll do. Name will be equal to profile. Component will be equal to profile. And the metadata will requires auth, and this will be true because this will still need to be authenticated to get to your own profile. So that seems right. That looks good. Let's close off this router file now. We should now be we now need to go to our header component or our footer component. So we're going to go components, footer, and let's say at click it's going to go to, and we'll say profile. Now let's close this and let's just go over here quickly and hit profile. There we go. We're now on our profile page, but there's nothing in there. So just to test, we're going to say hello, save, and there you go, hello appears. So you can see it's working. We just need to actually get our data now. So in a methods, so this one is going to be all on this page. This isn't going to be, that's an object, not a function or method. So yeah, we're going to get it directly on here because we don't need to go for Vuex or anything to get your own profile stuff. It's just to quickly, as soon as you load up your page, go get all your own stuff. So now in methods, we're going to say we're going to say get profile. We'll call it get profile because that matches all our stuff. Now in here we're going to say this $HTTP. So we're going to use that HTTP and we're going to say post, because it's actually a post request. I hope I sell it as a post request, because last time we had an error with that. A post request of, so we actually need to say this $store.state.api URL. And we're going to say // and this is going to say user, and this is going to say I should just say get profile. Did I think I might have actually capitalized that. Let's quickly have a look. So in our routes, in our user, in our controller, not in our controller, in our index for our routes. Yeah, I capitalized that. It shouldn't be capitalized. Let's just put that back down so it matches this. So we'll say get profile. And then we're going to pass through an object, which is going to say auth token, which we're then going to pass through from our local storage.get item, and we're going to say JWT. Nailed it. Good. Let's now write .then, and we'll get a response, which we'll handle. So now in here we need to say let this.displayName equal actually, you know, we're going to do some destructuring here, so we're not going to get the whole response. We just want the data back. So we've got to wrap this in parentheses now as well. So this is how you do it. You put some curly braces and then write the next stage you want from the object you're trying to destructure. So we just want to get the data back. So now we just want to say data.displayName, and then we're going to say this dot.posts is equal to data.posts. Let's hit save, and that should be define working. We need to actually call this function now. So we were going to say before mount, we're going to call a function that is going to say this dot please get profile, and it's going to call that function. And we're not going to see anything because it's, well, we should see something actually if we refresh, hopefully. No, so what is our error here? Oh, hello, you shouldn't be there. Let's put you at the bottom. That'll work. Oh, mobile response mode, no thank you. And in console, when we refreshed, so we've got that. Now if we save and refresh, we don't get anything. Let's log what's happening here. Let's log here and say console profile, get profile, save. So that's getting called. This is actually getting called. It seems to be happening on our, let's have a look what's happening in our terminal. So get post is being called, but it doesn't seem like that. Is it the classic we used to get request instead of a I did it, didn't I? I really did it, didn't I? So if I go into if I go into our route, no, Tyler, you're clicking the wrong things, buddy. You gotta go into your index. No, it's a post. It is a post request, and here I use a .post, this $store.api URL, which is correct, I hope. Let's go to our network tab. We'll find out what's going on here. So let's refresh this page and get profile. And this, where's that? Get profile. Get profile? Success. Wait, it returned successfully? So what? Why is nothing happening? We should be seeing loads of images here, right? Did I set it up correctly? Let's go up here. So we get our display name, and then we say fee4 post in posts, which is correct. And we say, yeah, so let's have a look at the actual elements on our page. So let's downgrade app. Let's drop our main, and our header is empty, and our post is empty. Let's actually log this data then when it gets through. Let's say log data save. Don't know why I keep closing that. We get an object and it's correct. So we need to say .details because we actually don't give it straight from that. Although that really should have thrown an error, right? There we go. My face. And there we go. We get our post through. Although that post is not quite the right size compared to the other two, but that's fine. Let's style this up quickly so it doesn't look as messy. So we're going to go in here and we're going to say dot profile. Or we're going to say this is SAS, or yeah, let's swap this out for, let's say SAS scoped. That'll do. And we'll say profile dot profile head, and we'll say background is equal to white, just so we can see different. So we go up here, this should actually be different to the rest of the byte, we can't tell right now. And let's give it a padding of 15 pixels, a box sizing of border box. Save. It's called profile head, right? I did call it profile head. I did call it profile head, and this is profile. Nice, save. So that should be working. I'll refresh. Oh, it does work. It's just I need to refresh. Nice. So in here, we also want to go display, flex. What else do we want to do? We want to say flex. We want to say justify. No, flex flow. We want to say flex direction, and we're going to say column. And then we want to say something along the height equal to calc. Actually, does the height really matter? I don't think the height matters. Oh, but the flex does. Let's leave the height out for now. If we need it, we'll add it in later. Now then, let's go to what's our next bit called. It's called the posts, and we're going to display this as a grid. And with the grid, we're then going to say grid column column. Wait, is it grid template columns? Yeah, it is. Why don't I know that? And then we're going to say repeat. Oh, that's nice. Repeat, and we're going to say 3 1 fractions. Now, if we save that and we refresh right here, it just seems to make our post disappear. That's useful. And then we'll say grid auto rows, and we're going to say content min content, I think. Why is this not working? Oh, it's working. It's just the images aren't being shrunk down, are they? So in post, we need to go post, and we need to set the width to 100%. And then we want to set, or not 100%, so we don't want to touch the width. We want to go into our post image and say width 100%. Save. And there we go. Jesus, that was weird. And now let's go into our profile head, and we're going to say, oh no, our post head. So I'm going to say grid gap. We're going to say 5 pixels. Hit save. There we go. That's a little bit of space. Oh, and we'll get this little white bar here. So in our image, we want to display it as a block. And that should get rid of, well, got rid of some of it. Has this got margin too? Or padding, shall I say? Ah, there we go. There was padding on our post. Margin can go. Let's have a look at that. So that's looking good. So now our profile page is essentially done for now. We will style this up in the next video. We're going to style up the whole app with icons and everything. So that's going to be awesome, guys. Let's take a look. Let's take a new photo. So post. And here we are. So let's do it. I got the hat on and the thing. I'm going gamer mode. Hey. Hey. Upload. And now that's uploaded, let's go back to our profile, and there it is, it's in there. We do need to flip it around and order it, but that can be done all when we tidy it up in the next video, guys. So thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, smash that thumbs up button. If you want to see more, then, you know, you can hit that subscribe bell. When you hit that little bell, you'll get notified every single time I go live. If you have any feedback, comments, or anything like that, again, drop it in the comment section, or come and join our Discord server and ask me there. And I think that is good, guys. So I hope you enjoy. Go check out the Patreon. You'll be able to see at the end of the video. We do have a Patreon account if you want to support me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track, keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on.